Hey guys, welcome back to Lavenderpolish. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new HOLOTACO Pastel Linear Collection. It came out about a week and a half ago, and the limited edition collection box, which is this thing right here, sold out almost immediately, which is crazy because they haven't had that happen to one of their collection boxes in quite a while. So what we're going to do today is we're going to swatch all 7 of the new polishes, and we're going to do a little bonus activity of comparing the colors of these swatches to the original HOLOTACO Rainbow Linears collection that came out about a year ago at this point. So let's get right into it. Our first polish today is Coral Chaser, and it is a beautiful rusty rose kind of color. I think it looks absolutely stunning on my nails, first of all. I'm going in right here and putting on my first coat, and as you can see, it has impressively good coverage. Usually with lighter shades like this, the first coat can be very sheer and quite streaky, but this one actually blew me away quite a bit. It almost looks fully opaque. Of course, if you go ahead and take a closer look, you can see a bit of my nail line, and the polish on the sides of my nails is slightly discolored compared to the polish on top of my nail, which hints to you that it's not fully opaque yet. So I went ahead and added a second coat. This one went on very nicely as well. I didn't really have any issues with self-leveling, and it dries quite fast, which was excellent for swatching because I did all 7 of these in one day. Whew. And just take a look at that color. Even though it's very light and pastel, the holo payoff is incredible. I was really expecting these to not have too much going on because, you know, they're really light, and usually when you think of holos there's something super bright and punchy and powerful, but this is nice and soft but not subtle, if that makes sense. Here's what it looks like right up against the light. Again, the holo flame is just looking fantastic. Absolutely love this color, you guys, and of course, as I promised, here's what it looks like compared to the red from the original collection called Red Licorice. We can absolutely see much more orange hue than this one, probably because a pastel red would just be pink anyways, and we already have a pink polish in this collection, so it makes sense that they would shift the color over like this a little bit. And finally, here's what it looks like with flash on. Unfortunately, there was no sun out the entire time I was doing these swatches, but the flash makes them look incredible either way. I gotta say, for a first polish, blowing my mind already. Next up, we have Lavender Syrup, a polish that was very clearly inspired by yours truly. Naturally, Christina must have seen some of my videos and been so overtaken by how high quality they were that she had to make a polish in my memory. I'd like to say thank you so much for that, and also where is my check? But about the actual formula itself, again, very full coverage on the first coat. I'm so impressed with this, you guys. Like I said before, a lot of these light polishes can take up to 3 or even 4 coats to reach full opacity, and this is just one. Obviously it's not quite there yet, so we're going to add a second coat real quick, but take a look at that. 2 coats on a light purple, bang. Now, I gotta say, I do have a little bit of a bone to pick with this polish because I'm no expert in the color lavender. But either me or Christine is colorblind, because that's lavender. And that's this polish. One of us is wrong. I don't think it's me. I'm not mad about it. I love the color. Just feeling a little bit disrespected, as that is of course my entire branding, so just gotta put that out there. Gotta say it. Anyways, regardless of the technicalities, it is absolutely a beautiful color. I want to wear this on my nails all the time. I love how it compares to Purple Slushy, and just take a look at how bright it is with the iPhone flash on there. God damn, that is some blinding holo. That flame will actually burn you. Loved this polish. Love this polish. Iffy about the name, but love this polish. Next up, we have Lemon Spritzer. This is a very beautiful light yellow polish. This does have a bit more of a green tinge to it than I'd usually like. I do prefer my yellows to be very predominantly yellow and gold, so I wasn't super jazzed about that. But you know what I was freaking jazzed about? This is another 2-coater for a light yellow. Are you kidding me? I was not expecting this. When I first heard about this collection, I was sure that I was going to be taking at least 3 coats on these light colors such as yellow. But they're just doing it again. HOLOTACO's back at it with the great formulas. Very excited about this. In these swatch photos, you can again see that this is a beautiful gold color. Again, a tiny bit more green than I usually would have liked, but nothing that I'm too upset about. It's still something that I think is nice and subtle and beautiful. It's very summery, gonna be a perfect thing to be wearing in just a couple of months here. Cannot wait for that. And of course, we got to compare Lemon Spritzer to Lemon Sucker, which is their original yellow polish. As you can see, Lemon Sucker is definitely much more gold and has less of that green tinge to it, which I really like, but I think that they're both stunning polishes overall. And I of course really appreciate the holo payoff that you get from Lemon Spritzer. Here we have it with the flash on. Look at that beautiful holo flame. It really actually, I think, takes away a lot of the green from it, which is even better. So in direct sunlight, I'm sure that this color would be something that I would be a massive fan of. Alright, now I've got a color that ends up, I think, being my absolute favorite. It is the one, the only Mint Mojito. It is a perfect mint green. They got this color spot on, no complaints here, and you guys know I like to complain. You probably don't actually. I try to be nice. But I love this one. Again, we have a fantastic application process. I did notice that with the original Rainbow collection, I had a bit of trouble with the polish being so fast drying that it was actually drying as I was painting it, which would make it kind of tacky and really mess up the application process. So I was kind of apprehensive about that in this collection, but there is none of that issue here. It is going on like an absolute dream and still drying very quickly, but not so fast that it is ruining my application process. Thank God. Just take a look at that color, you guys. Oh my goodness. And of course, here's the next to Green Tabby. I honestly think that these are two of the best and most spot on colors that HOLOTACO has ever produced. We have this beautiful bold emerald and this lovely mint green. I can eat them. Which is great because they're both named after food and drink. If I die eating nail polish, sue HOLOTACO. They made their polishes look too good. Not my fault, it's theirs. Moving on, we have Peach Tea, which is the cutest little name I can possibly imagine. This one reminds me a lot of Coral Chaser. It is another very orange tinted polish. It is, however, I think considerably lighter and has a bit more of a golden brown tinge to it, which really makes it quite unique in my eyes. Once again, such a light shade. Was sure it was going to be 3 coats and it was only 2. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Oh. This color is one that I absolutely love. I think that it's very soft and subtle, but still exciting to look at. Something that when you're wearing it indoors in indirect lighting, it'll sort of look like a regular nail polish with maybe a little bit of glitter there. But when you take it outside into the sun in direct lighting, you just get this extra little bit of sparkle to kind of remind you what's going on. I think that this is also a great polish to use as backgrounds for any freehand nail that you might be doing, because it's interesting enough that it adds a little bit of brightness to the background, but it's also subtle enough that it's not going to take away from whatever you're doing. And of course, here it is being compared to Orange Drink. This is another reason that I'm excited that we have this very soft pastel version of orange, because all of HOLOTACO's oranges so far have been this very similar shade of very bright kind of acidic orange, which I love, but it's not always something that you want to wear everywhere. This is a nice soft subtle orange. Like I've been repeating a million times, I sound like a broken record. I just think that it's absolutely beautiful. Alright, next up we have the stunning pink Fizz, and as we're watching this beautiful formula go on in the background, I just want to point out one thing that I've been noticing since the swatches first got released, which is that I don't know if this is pink. Like, it's pretty, don't get me wrong. Again, this is just like the Lavender Syrup one, you know, like this is pink. And this is this polish. Something's not matching it. I may have named this one Lavender Syrup and named the other one like Periwinkle Pour or something. I feel like the name is just not quite there. Which is such a nitpicky thing to say. It's literally just the name. It's got nothing to do with the polish itself. I'm just saying, it's pretty purple. It's beautiful. It is pretty purple. But regardless, it is stunning. As you can see, another 2-coater on my nail. Almost a 1-coater actually, if you saw that. The holo payoff is immaculate. And the flame is bright and shining as it should be. Just like Mojito, this is easily going to be one of my favorite colors in this entire collection. It is a little bit reminiscent to Menchie the Cat in the best way possible, because that was another beautiful color that HOLOTACO released. And of course, we're going to be comparing it right here to Magenta Jelly, which was the pinkish purple that we saw in the last collection. Very nice color match between these two. Of course, I know that these collections were meant to be directly color matched to one another, but I do think it's interesting just to see how things played out in the end. These two, very well matched. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have Sparkling Water. This is the lovely light blue polish that we see here. I'd say that the shade to name balance is absolutely perfect. This looks like the ocean when the sun is directly overhead and you're seeing all those little glittery sparkles across the surface and you're thinking about how beautiful it would be to just jump in there and feel how nice and cold and refreshing it is. I'm getting off topic, this is such a pretty polish. Oh, okay. For the 7th time, we have incredible coverage in only 2 coats. And in these swatch videos, you can just see what a lovely, beautiful, gentle little polish this is. It does actually remind me quite a bit of one by Color Club called Crystal Baller that came out forever ago. So I can't say it's the most unique thing in the world, but you know, when things are this beautiful, of course they're not going to be unique. Everyone wants to get one just like it. We're going to do a quick comparison to Blue Freezy, and again, a very good color match between these two. Here's how it looks with an iPhone flash on it. Beautiful holo flame being shown right through there. Stunning polishes all around. I know that I sounded like a complete broken record during this entire video, but the formulas in this entire collection were just so consistent that they were all pretty much the same in application and in holo payoff. All I really had to comment on was the colors and the names, which is why I got so anal about the names. Sorry. Anyways, let's talk about some final thoughts on this collection. So as you know, of course, we have 7 different colors of the rainbow in a pastel linear holo formula coming in a limited edition collector's box, which is this one right here. Unfortunately, it did sell out in the first weekend, which Hasn't happened to HOLOTACO in a while, so people must have been going absolutely mad for this, or they changed how much they had in stock. Either way, we'll never know, I guess. Now, you can buy this entire collection yourself for $98. I know. I actually had a $24 gift card, which is why I felt comfortable buying it, but I know that that is a lot of money for a lot of people. So let me explain why I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. First of all, you are getting 7 different polishes. So it comes out to $14 per bottle, which is the same as the price that you get them if you bought them on the website individually. And from there, $14 for a bottle of nail polish isn't the most expensive thing in the world. Obviously, it's more expensive than drugstore nail polish, but as far as indie brands go, it's no ILNP, but there are a lot more expensive things out there. Drugstore polishes, in my experience, tend to range from about $13 to $16 per bottle, so 14 is right in the middle of there. I won't say it's not expensive, but when you're going for these sorts of online brands, that's generally just what you're going to have to put up with. But do I think that you should buy the whole collection? Honestly, don't yell at me for this. I don't think you should buy the whole collection. I'm glad I got the whole thing because personally I really like to do things like these swatch videos and photos, and I enjoy just having the whole collection. But if you don't do any of that sort of stuff and there's no specific benefit to you getting the whole collection, don't get the whole collection. It's a lot of money. You don't need it. And when it comes to these sorts of pastels, there's a bit of an issue where they blend together a little bit too well. For example, peach tea and coral chaser are super similar colors, and so is sparkling water and lavender syrup. Even just from this far away, they're almost indistinguishable. You don't need to be getting all of these. You can get a very similar effect if you get only 5 or only 4 of the polishes in the entire collection. Don't feel pressured to get the full thing just because you see other people like me doing it. Because even though you're getting 7 whole polishes, and even though the polishes are reasonably priced, it's still a lot of money to drop on one thing. So unless you have a specific reason as to why you want to get the full collection, don't feel pressured to, and don't do it. I have seen a little bit of HOLOTACO controversy recently with things like their pricing and their shipping and just kinds of polishes that they put out and whether or not their brand is worth it. And I think that's a really interesting discussion to have. I know that I've got my own thoughts and opinions of it. I don't want to put them all in this video because then it'll be probably way too long with this full collection also going on. But if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd love it if you just left some, you know, thoughts, comments, hot takes about HOLOTACO in the comments, and I'll take a look at them, and maybe I'll make an individual video just talking about HOLOTACO and why I personally like it and why I can understand why some people don't like it. Let's see what happens. Of course, one of the great things about getting the entire collection all at once is that if you're one of the first people to get it, you do get access to the limited edition collector's box for free. It is absolutely stunning. Let's just take a look at it for a second. We've got this beautiful pastel gradient in the background with a lovely shifting holographic surface on it. And when we open it up, it says, what does it say? Thirsty for the hollow on the inside there, with again a holographic background and the 7 little slots for the nail polish in there. And it is massive, by the way. I don't know where I'm gonna put this. Alright, I think that's about all I have for you guys right now. Please let me know what you think of this collection. Again, I would love it if you left your HOLOTACO thoughts down in the comments below. And I'd really appreciate it if you wanted to give this video a like or even considered subscribing to this channel to get more content like this. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!